Sports. We are live, and this is a special episode because the Casimero issue has been big here in the Philippines. A lot of things happening, and most Filipino people are curious about what does Japan think about this. So I invited a friend, Shin, right here, who's going to introduce himself and his channel. I want to really ask about what the Japanese think about this issue, what Kameda and obviously the question that a lot of Casemiro fans wanted to know: can the Inoue fight still happen? Anyway, before you answer that, Shin, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me back on. It's been a while.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a pleasure and always an opportunity for me to invite you. You're a good guest, and obviously you're one of the popular guys in Japan for
Ah,
boxing.
thank you so much. I'm happy to hear that. I'm also very happy to speak in English because I live in Japan. All my content is in Japanese, so being able to talk about boxing in English is always fun for me.
All
If
right.
you don't mind,
Well, mm,
I made an English channel actually just recently. Actually, the channel has been up, but it hasn't been active. But I recently had the opportunity to start posting content on again.
mm.
At
I
the
saw the
moment,
content.
we're
Very good editing. Very good editing. I actually put the description, the link in the description, and your TikTok too. So, but go ahead and promote them.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, I'm glad. I'm super happy you watched it. It's just breaking down popular fights like, let's say, Ahmad Ali for Canelo, Crawford. Break it down so that even if you're not really into boxing or you don't quite understand it, like any casual fight fan can understand. It's very simple. I break down what happened in the fight, how he landed this punch, if there's a knockout scene, I explain the sequences up to it. I do it in slow mo. I draw these little arrows, so it's just super easy to understand. So if anyone's a boxing fan, please, I'll be very happy if you subscribe to it.
Yeah. So I recommend that as well. And my question is, how long does it take for you to edit? That is, I think it takes a lot of time. In that
Yeah.
one video.
Um, it really depends on the fight because I make it with my younger brother actually, who's the editing master,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the one who breaks down the fight and makes the script. So it's kind of a tag team partnership thing. So even with that, maybe 3, 4 days of work would go into making one
3 4
video.
days for one video. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm doing
But
one video for 30 minutes or an hour right now with you. So all I do is just talk. So, but anyway, go ahead and check the channel, guys. There's a link in the description. We're gonna have
please,
more
thank
of
you.
Shin because there's a lot of. I mean, Shin. Before we went live. Shin just told me that I could invite him every time. There's a lot of Filipino going to Japan every time, and I'm
Mhm.
always curious to learn more about the opponents of the Filipinos. So that's okay, right?
Yeah, sure. I'll be
You're
happy
not
to come on
charging me the next
anytime.
time, because
No, 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 no.
all right.
I have a great
Well,
time too. So,
sure, sure. Well, anyway, let me make it. Let me get to the point here. The reason I invited you,
all right. Let's do it.
obviously, yeah, I think you have some backstory about my relationship with Casimero and how Casimero
Hmm.
is popular here on social
Hmm.
media.
Hmm. Hmm.
So just to give you an update from the Philippine side, obviously Casimero fought Kinusuke Kameda.
Hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, the cousin of Koki Kameda in Kyrgyzstan.
That's
And
right.
everyone was expecting Casemiro to win that one. He was the favorite. Kinosuke came from a 0-2 record, was defeated by Neri and Picasso. So I
Hmm.
mean, Casemiro, that was supposed to be a win, and we considered that as pardon this for the Japanese, but we consider that as an activity fight. So everyone was expecting a win, and plus Casemiro coming into the fight really, really confident and saying to everyone that it is matic or automatic. It's a win. And you know what he said? He's gonna finish Kinosuke Kameda in 30 seconds. 30
Yeah.
seconds. So, but unfortunately, that didn't happen. Kinosuke Kameda surprisingly changed the way he fight from
Hmm.
what we previously know.
Hmm.
He was using lateral movement, going away from Casemiro, outboxing him, and Casemiro couldn't do anything. You know what? Inoue, what Casemiro calls Inoue,
Japanese
the
turtle.
and I heard the
Th-
Japanese now are calling Casemiro the Filipino turtle because he was slow in that fight. But that isn't the main issue.
Uh-huh.
So he lost there after the fight. The brother went online, and
Yes.
to our surprise, he said something that it is unbelievable what he said. He said something like, I'll say it in Tagalog and I'll say it in
Okay.
English.
All right.
Nagpatalo para sa mas malaking plano, which means we purposely lost the fight for the bigger plans. And what is that bigger plan? I do not know. Maybe get a second fight. I just do not understand. And it went spiraling from there. A lot of Filipinos bet on him big time. You know what? I got a lot of message. They're asking for a refund from Casimero.
Oh.
And so they said, I have a 65,000 peso tuition fee that I bet on this one. I sold my Carabao. And a lot of money spent by the hundreds of thousands among Filipinos, and they were upset. And
Mhm.
fast forward today, the Games and Amusement Board, which is the commission that takes care of professional boxing, including boxing in the Philippines, they've received not one, not two, not three, not four, five complaints now and counting, according to the chairman, against Casemiro. Now, Casemiro team has already received a letter asking them to explain the scenario or what happened. So that is the latest update. But what I do want to know, I don't know if you got that whole story. Is there any other part of the story that I do not know? Maybe you know. And what's the reaction of the Japanese
Uh,
fans with this?
I think that's about the full package of what happened.
Okay.
um, so I'll answer your questions, but first there's a couple of things I want to say.
Mm,
With betting, you never listen to the fighters. Don't do it. It's a mistake. Don't do it. Look at their record. Look at like a guy like Casimero. He's very strong. He's had some very good wins, but
mm-hmm.
he's very unreliable. You never bet on the unreliable fighters. You want to bet on the guys who are consistent with their performances. Even on a bad day, they're still good. The guys like
Even
Inoue,
if they're my idols.
yes.
But don't bet against my idol.
No,
Anyway,
you don't bet with emotion. That's what I'm saying.
uh, uh,
It's a mistake. And second, I thought that I mean I heard the news about Casemiro's brother making those statements. I thought that was like a mistranslation or something. It has to be. Like that's what I truly thought. Is there no way that was like a mistranslation to English because obviously you're in the Philippines, you understand their language. That's what he actually said, 100%.
he spoke it in Tagalog, which
Okay.
I know him for a long, long time. I've spent a lot of time with him before when we were okay. He speak okay. He speak good Tagalog, Filipino. He didn't speak in English. He just spoke in Tagalog, and he kept on repeating the same statement on that video. So I don't think it's a miscommunication.
Right, right.
Maybe he
Okay,
didn't
okay.
speak in English. I
Okay,
mean, that's
okay.
what my personal opinion is. So
Okay.
that's why we were surprised. Now that's what they're saying. That's the excuse. The excuse is what they meant was, maybe we needed to lose for God to have a better plan for us.
That's
Something
that's
like
what I
that.
kind of thought. It's just like he's not very good with his words or something along those lines. But it does sound a little suspicious. I understand. But as far as the Japanese fans, I don't think anyone buys it. It's
Mm,
just like his performance was bad, and that was it, and he lost. And I think that's where it all stopped actually. And then we kind of heard this news of the fight being fixed, and it kind of goes on X, it goes on some YouTube channels, and people,
mm.
they talk about it, but no one really buys it. So I think everyone, actually not just me, is surprised that they're actually getting investigated for fixing the fight. Like that's quite a big deal, right? Because I think in the UFC right now, there's a big
Yeah,
fiasco thing going of fixed fights. So I mean,
the same
it's
time.
yeah, at the same time, it's not good for the online casinos, right? It's not a good time for them. But yeah, as far as the Japanese fans, no one actually thinks the fight's fixed. And Kameda, founder, the promoter, he mentioned something about made a post on X. but I
Yeah,
don't think he
yeah,
had any like press conference. But he's like, "What? This fight was fixed? What the fuck?" Is kind of like what he said, but I don't think even he believes in it. Obviously,
yeah.
it's such a pain for him because this is such a mess in itself. Casemiro losing or in its own was bad enough, and then this follows that. That's just I feel bad for the guy. I also feel really bad for Kyonosuke because I personally don't think the fight was fixed. There was no way that was fixed. And Kyonosuke pulled off a massive upset. I think he was probably what, like four times the
Yeah,
underdog?
yes. Correct,
Probably,
correct.
right? Yeah. So he
Yes.
pulled up a massive upset. And then everyone's, I mean, some people might believe it. The fight was fixed. Well, regardless of that, it just kind of tarnishes his victory. So it's not good
But
for Casemiro either.
hmm
So it's kind of just a disaster from what just from my perspective. But I want to ask you: does anyone actually think the fight's fixed over there in the Philippines?
I think majority doesn't believe that as
Right?
well.
Yeah. Mhm.
But I think the Games and Amusement Board that's being investigating in this is just doing this as a part of the procedure because there was complaint.
Mm.
There was complaint, so maybe they have to go through that notion that to answer and to kind of satisfy the complainants because it was really very evident and clear that the brother said to that line that they really purposely tried to lose the fight.
Mm.
Just to go back. I don't know in Japan how serious is game fixing. Was there an issue about this in the past? And because and
Mhm.
Kameda, he wasn't upset because it sounded like from the reports that he was a little bit upset about this. And he was trying to sue. He wanna sue the writer who wrote this.
Oh, really? So that's pretty
That's what I
serious
heard.
then.
Yeah,
Okay, I must have missed
it
that.
sounded malicious.
Right, right. That's okay. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of a big deal. But to answer your first question, fights being fixed in Japan, it's I never heard of it, and it's just so not like the Japanese culture. If you
Mm-hmm.
understand, like Japanese
Mm-hmm.
fighters, I mean, if you make weight, but if you weren't on weight the first time, they kind of give you shit for it. So they're very like I'm sure you understand, but like they're very proper, if that's the correct
Mm-hmm.
word. I don't think anyone is gonna throw a fight, and on top of that, there's no gambling on sports in Japan, so there's very little incentive to actually throw a fight,
Mm-hmm.
opposed to like let's say I don't know the Philippines or the States. So I never heard of anyone throwing a fight. There's probably some scripted fights, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know Ryzen. There's MMA promotion. They
Yes,
kind of do these
I know.
entertainment matches. Pride too. Pride is kind of known for fixing,
Mm-hmm.
not fixing, but the kind of scripted fights.
Stage the fight.
So yeah, stage
Something like.
fights. So I don't know if that's counted as throwing a fight, but there's no money involved. There's no betting. I believe betting changes everything.
Yep.
But for example, like Thailand, they do Muay Thai is the national sport.
Mm-hmm.
They have problems fixing fights. So Japan, I don't think so. And if gambling enters Japan, then I'm sure there will be some issues there. But without gambling, I don't think anyone would want to throw a fight. I can't think of any reason, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was from your perspective, was
Mhm.
Kameda really upset because it sounded like you didn't know because there was a tweet also from Kameda saying that
Mhm. Mhm.
the whoever wrote wrote this, I'm not gonna forgive you, something
Mm.
around that line.
Okay,
What did you
okay.
hear about that?
I'm sorry, I must have missed that. I didn't see that. I heard him mention about this, and from what I saw from that first tweet, I thought he was just like trying to, spin this off into something funny or like a little bit of a
Mm-hmm.
plot or like make a story out of it. But
Mm-hmm.
if he's actually threatening the writer, that's kind of a big deal, I guess. Well, it does stain his promotion a lot.
Mm-hmm. But you don't think this is does it look like a big deal for the promoter? Because
For the
it doesn't sound like. Yeah, go ahead.
for the promoter, I'm sure. But this is the thing because I don't know. I'm sure you've heard of this, but like a lot of boxing fans and boxing um, people involved in the boxing sport in Japan don't like Kameda, the promoter. I mean, the whole
Mm-hmm.
family is very disliked. I mean, I'm sure you've heard of this.
I heard of that. That's what I'm also leading towards because it sounded like the fans. Some of the fans are blaming the brother because of
Mhm,
what he did. That it's not only his brother now that's paying for it. Now it's even the
mhm,
promoter is getting the brunt of the hate because of
mhm,
that statement.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
So,
Yeah.
so tell us about
Whenever,
a background about Kameda.
which one? The promoter,
Yeah,
Koki.
well, because you started it, so I wanted we don't know exactly what Koki is, but we
Okay,
know
so
that he's
they're
promoting a lot of Filipinos. By the way, this was
um.
the tweet.
Okay, okay, right, right. Fix. Oh, they. Okay, okay, okay. I see. How do they write an article like this? If you watch the match footage, you're right. It's not fixed. Chinese Spanish kind of thing. I
Let
won't bring
me
them.
do
So
the
yeah,
translation.
I'm sure he's upset. But actually,
Mm-hmm.
this Twitter account is not Kameda, the promoter.
Uh-huh.
This is Lush Bomb, right? So it's like Kameda Promotions and Lush Bomb. So it's like I'm not quite sure what the actual partnership is, but they do the event together. There's like the dances and the singers they come
Mm-hmm.
out. So
Yeah.
that Lush Bomb is that side of the promotion.
Ah.
So that's not really Kameda, the promoter's tweet.
Okay.
But going back to your original question, why Kameda's there? I mean, there's three brothers that were world champions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all three of them are quite disliked in Japan because of their way of promoting the fights. They would trash talk. They were like the first Japanese people who actually brought trash talk into boxing, from what I understand. So
Oh.
they brought in the entertainment side in this boxing, like they would taunt their opponents, and they kind of like were caught, not caught, but like there was some audio was taken of their cornering, and they're like saying, "Oh, just go headbutt the guy or like hit him in the balls or some like it was a while ago,
Mm.
but they were kind of
Yeah.
like that. So they're very disliked in their um while they were fighting. I mean, the younger brother's still fighting, but they were very disliked when they were active, and they're still disliked now, even though they're retired and one's doing a promotion of his own. So
Mm-hmm.
anytime there's a chance to bash him, the Japanese fans are going to jump on it as part of it. So like, even with this like Casemiro losing is like, we also a lot of us don't really like Casemiro. Some of us because of his taunts towards Inoue. So for if you look at it like that, we don't like the promoter, we don't like Casimero. Oh, this fucking promotion sucks. Is kind of like where it ended after Casimero lost. And then the fight fixing is not as of a big deal for it. Kind of just stopped at Casimero
Mm.
losing. So to be honest, I've heard of the news, and everyone's kind of heard of the fixed fight fixing allegations, but no one's really going full on deep into it. It's like, oh, Casimero is done. It's kind of where it stopped.
Okay. So I didn't know that. And that's why Kameda posted that the bad boy of the Philippines is now being promoted by the bad boy of Japan. I saw something
Oh,
about that
yeah, yeah. Uh,
when he signed Casemiro.
I'm surprised you didn't know that. Yeah, the Kameda. That's why Kyonosuke, the guy who beat Casimero, he's very disliked too.
Yeah, it
More,
sounded like
more.
that because I saw a tweet that I hate Casemiro, but this matchup makes me want to like Casemiro than Shinsuke. I didn't know
Yeah.
that it was that bad. Honestly.
Oh, it's pretty bad. I feel bad for the guys because they're doing a lot for the boxing sport, and I had the
Mm-hmm.
opportunity of having the second oldest,
Mm-hmm.
Daiki is his name, on my channel, and he's a very cool dude. But a lot of Japanese they're very straightforward, so they don't
Mm-hmm.
understand that trash talking is part of promoting the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So they get a lot of hate, but they also get a lot of spotlight. And Kyonosuke, yeah, he beat Casemiro, but it's like he's hated even more now almost. I mean, nothing's
Oh.
not. It's so bad that nothing he does is gonna change the fact that he's gonna be hated for the rest
Oh.
of his life by these
That is
boxing
so
fans.
bad.
It's horrible, but he's kind of earned it.
Isn't
he's
that
he
supposed to make him a hero by beating the Filipino boxer that's hating on Casimero?
well, in a way, but he fought Neri, right? So
Yeah.
Neri is also very hated by Japan because what he did to Yamanaka Shinsuke.
Yeah.
He was overweight, and then there was the doping
Suspension. Yeah,
allegations.
yeah.
Yeah, so that was a double punch. But when Kyonosuke fought Neri, we were a lot. No, I shouldn't say we were, but a lot of Japanese fans were rooting for Neri. So
Mm.
that's how much Kyonosuke is
Wow.
disliked, and
Wow.
it kind of just starts off because Kyonosuke, he's sometimes active on Twitter. I mean X,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes, not often, he kind of shoots or mocks Inoue Naoya, who's kind of Naoya Inoue in English,
Mm-hmm.
who's kind of like the god of boxing in Japan. So he kind of
Mm-hmm.
like throws jabs at him, and it upsets a lot of boxing fans. Like even after this fight, when he beat Casimero with his mic speech, he's like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, I didn't know it would be so hard not to go and try to knock someone out." Is kind of what he said, and that's what Naoya said after he beat Afpadaliev. So he does kind of stuff like that to get on
Oh,
people's
okay.
nerves. Yeah.
Yeah. But he does he I do not know how well you know the Kameda brothers, the Kinosuke. I mean, I heard that there was suspension and all that in the past. But was this is just purposely for marketing, or are they really kind of like a really a gangster, something like that?
They're smart. From what I understand, they're very smart and they know how to sell things. They know how to sell a
Yeah.
fight. It's nothing personal. It's kind of like the way they think about it.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to. No one's gonna. What's the point of fighting if people don't watch? So the
Yes.
most important thing is people watch first, and then you have to get their respect. But if no one watches, anything you do is kind of pointless because this is a
Okay.
sport and it's a show sport. People watch it. No one watches it. Everything we're doing is pointless. It's kind of their perspective, from what I understand. So
Well, they're right. They're
the
right about that.
I know I understand that, but a lot of Japanese fans don't
The
like it. But
culture.
the thing, the culture, yes, and we have like Naoya who's kind of a super god, right? He boxes and his
Mm.
boxing so beautiful, everyone watches it, but not everyone can be like that. It's kind of like the fact. In fact,
Yes.
most people can't promote themselves like that. It's not going to work. You have to find another way. And the Kamedas, they found their way, but their way is not very liked by many of us Japanese fans.
Uh-huh.
But the um, the thing is, like us disliking them is the entertainment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So what they're
Oh, if I
doing
were
is,
there, I'm gonna buy your ticket because I want to see you
yeah,
lose. Something like
yeah,
that.
and yeah, it's exactly like that. Because in a movie, we need a bad guy. There's no bad guy. There's no story, right? So like, we need to hate the bad guy, and they're like, we'll accept your hate, and that's how they sell fights. And we don't. I think if you watch boxing for like 5, maybe 10 years, definitely you'll understand and you'll kind of start to appreciate it. I think.
Yeah.
But I think most people just don't understand it, and they may never understand it.
Yeah.
But that's why they're hated. To just put it simply, and it's their family's name, which is quite harsh because the guy who fought Angelo Leo, the super bantamweight, the youngest
Mm-hmm.
brother, he does nothing wrong. Like he doesn't taunt his opponents. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't do anything to piss anyone off, and he's disliked. It's pretty crazy if you think about it.
Oh.
Just because he's the Kameda, we just don't like him too. It's
The last name. Unfortunately, you're part of the family.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's crazy. So I mean, they do a good job, and that's why this Kameda, I mean, sorry, this Kyonosuke Casemiro fight was being, you know, looked at by a lot of fans.
Yeah.
But I
Because of
mean,
that. Because
Kyonosuke,
of
he
that.
kind of
Yeah.
just flipped it over, so it's a little bit too bad because what Japanese fans were looking forward to was Casemiro beats Kyonosuke and do Neri versus Casemiro.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. That's why I'm confused when the brother said that we have to lose for a bigger plans. I think they had to win that fight to get the Naderi fight.
I
Now, I mean, the
mhm,
interest is not that great even after, the promoter have
mhm,
them inside the ring after the fight.
mhm. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh man, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give Jason is his name, I believe, the brother.
Yeah.
Am I correct? I'm gonna give
Yes.
him the benefit of the doubt, and that's definitely not what he meant. He kind of just wanted to
Mm.
make a reason of like kind of make the pain of the loss a little less. Like if that makes sense, like just take the sting off a little bit. It's like, no, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. This had to happen. Basically, yeah, this was God's plan. Let's just like for
Yeah,
example,
yeah.
like that. This was God, something like that. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because I saw him at the press conference of Kyonosuke
Mm-hmm.
versus Casemiro too, and he was asked some questions, and I think one interviewer asked, "So, why do you think Kyonosuke is an easy fight?" Because that's what Casimero and he was saying, right? And
Yeah,
then it's like
yeah.
his answer was, "Well, because um, his accomplishments aren't that great." It's kind of like what he said. Like he's not the brightest dude. I get it. Like it's
Okay, all right. I
you
get,
know
I get where you're
like
coming from.
yeah, because you ask the same question to Kyonosuke's trainer, and then he can break Casemiro down like he's a three-time world champion. He's very strong, but we have a great game plan. I think we could take him. It's kind of like what a trainer says, but he's like, "Whoa, I mean, Kyonosuke didn't accomplish anything. That's why he's an easy fight." It's kind of just like he's not very bright in that way, I believe, and so I kind of it's kind of surprising he would say that, but I kind of not surprised at the same time if that makes sense. Like he's just it just came out wrong is what I believe to be. I don't know if what you think, but I think it was just like just
Yeah. Well,
not what
I
it definitely he didn't definitely didn't want to say we fixed the fight.
yeah. Well, from my perspective, I know Jason and the brothers for a long time. I actually, again, like what I said, I don't believe that they fixed it, but I just believe this is the case of, sorry for the word, stupidity for
Mm,
giving the wrong excuse because
mm,
they felt
mm,
like it's shameful to lose, that we're gonna have to have an excuse, and probably the brother thought, okay, we intentionally lost this fight, so it doesn't
mm,
feel
mm,
like too hurtful. I was saying that there was a lot of excuse to use, like injuries or we're not mentally
yeah,
ready and yada yada yada. But he used that excuse, which irked the fans because again they were saying that they're gonna win this one, and they asked everyone to bet. So you are right with the feeling that Jason, he might get offended, but unfortunately that's the truth. Um, he doesn't have. He's not thinking.
yeah.
he,
Basically, yeah. He wasn't
he's
thinking.
not thinking. In the Philippines, the fans are teasing him because on the fight he can only say a few words, no instruction right away. It's just basically like there's a term here in the Philippines called discartetol. It's like do something, brother. Like
Right, right,
do
right.
something. That's it. That's it. I mean, it's a very vague instructions, but nonetheless, I want to ask Jason. Is Jason also the coach now popular in Japan?
Jason,
Like,
no. The only reason why I know him is because I had Casemiro on my channel, and I was talking to him a little bit before Casemiro got on. That's the
mm,
only reason why I know him. But I think he's known as Casemiro's brother and trainer. But I actually want to ask you: is he actually his trainer, or is he there for like moral support, and there's another boxing trainer with him?
I wish he was there for moral support.
Okay, so he's the actual trainer.
Yeah, but he wasn't before.
Mhm,
if you know the history, he wasn't really. They weren't independent in the past. It's a long story about financial issue with the former promoter or manager, so they decided to do it
mhm,
alone. They want to keep all the money to
mhm,
themselves.
mhm, mhm,
A lot of Filipino fans are already recommending Jason Casemiro should actually get an actual coach.
mhm.
From my experience, he knows how to mix, but he probably isn't the brightest coach out there. Obviously for the reason he went to the
Mhm.
saying that, but he is unfortunately the actual coach of the fight of Casemiro.
Okay, I see, I
Now
see,
for
I see.
Casemiro, how does the outlook of Casemiro to the Japanese
Mhm,
fans
mhm, mhm.
during
Well,
the Kameda? Now after he lost, what does the Casemiro fan? The Japanese fan think of General Casemiro now?
well, I hate to say this, but it's not good. I mean, we're all kind of like, yeah, he's old, and he was kind of declining every fight we saw him. It was kind of, it's just like, oh, he lost to Kyonosuke, he's done. Like he's never gonna come and recover from this. Is kind of what everyone thinks now. Now
Mm.
I've been a Kashimiro fan for a while because I like his fighting style. it's entertaining. Like you can hate him,
Agree.
but he's every besides this Kyonosuke fight. Okay, so this Kyonosuke fight wasn't very entertaining, but the lead up to this, he's been putting on exciting fights. So I'm a fan of his boxing, and I hope he can make a comeback from this. But even though I'm a fan, it does look pretty difficult. So Casemiro is, as far as most Japanese boxing fans goes, is irrelevant now. To just put it
Irrelevant.
bluntly, like no one's looking forward to his next fight because if there was a Neri fight, we would all love that. That's a banger. We would want to watch that, but most of us aren't even thinking he can make it to a Neri fight. Like he's probably gonna fight again against someone unknown, and if he can put on a very good performance, maybe we could see Neri after that. But
Mm.
I mean, it's too bad he kind of lost his momentum, if you know what I mean, because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he was on the straight and narrow at super bantamweight, he still could have maybe got that Naoya fight, Naoya Inoue, sorry, fight.
Mm.
That he was relevant because he was tied to Naoya Inoue for a little while, but once that's gone, it's very hard for boxing fans to actually
Mm.
look forward to Casemiro. Um, yeah, so I mean, not a lot of people are talking about him. We all think, most of us think, Japanese fans think that he's just gonna disappear from here.
Oh, that's too bad. I mean, a lot of Casemiro fans still hoping for that Inoue fight. Is it safe to say that
Oh,
that
really?
may not happen?
Oh, oh
Casemiro
shit.
fans, of course.
Can I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
Does Casimero still hold his popularity after that Konosuke fight? Over there
Yeah,
in the
I
Philippines, of
mean,
course.
I'm not the biggest fan right now, and we're not really in good terms. But I have to be honest with you, Casemiro do have still a lot of followers.
Hmm.
He has some solid fan base, even after all of the defeat, the overweight issue, the fake news that they're gonna fight Inoue,
Hmm.
and all of those things. There are still a lot of fan that love him,
Oh, so he's got some
and
die-hard fans, huh?
that is the term, diehard fan, and a lot still. Not probably not within the boxing industry, but the
Hmm.
casual or the real Casimiro fans.
Hmm.
I mean, in the past, that's real. We thought really thought that Casimiro is the Filipino guy that could probably give Inoue a run for his money.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
But right now, in the industry, we don't think that anymore because
No, yeah.
he couldn't make weight. I mean, the fight was 128. I
Yeah.
mean, that's not his weight, and then people wondering why the power wasn't there. Maybe because that's not your weight. Uh, he was too small for that. So anyway,
Was that because he didn't want to make weight, or was he like, I can just blow this guy out of the water anyways? Like, I didn't quite understand why he would agree to that.
I don't think it's because he doesn't want to make weight. It's because he cannot make weight because of his lifestyle during off season.
Right, right. If I may ask, it's a little bit off topic. We're getting kind of into Cashman's
It's
personal life,
okay.
but what does he do when he's not getting ready for a fight? Like he doesn't train at all, or what goes on there?
There's a lot of things. I mean, Casimir is a popular personality, not just a boxer
Hmm.
here. So he gets invite from a lot of people, like a lot of fiesta, a lot of
Mm.
birthdays. You get some sponsorship, so that means you eat a lot. You go to drinking party. I mean, if you watch the blogs, you see a lot of bottles of beers
He
from
drinks.
behind.
I
I
see. I
mean,
see.
we don't see that often, but you can assume. I mean, that's why I told them. I mean, at least if you're gonna blog, hide those bottles of beers. Hide them, man.
Is that why his fans like him though? Because he's kind of just a dude. Is that what it is?
Maybe because of um, it's like in Japan, like the Kameda found out a way how to get popular.
Hmm.
Casemiro found out a way by being the braggart, the arrogant. I mean, a lot of
Mm.
he's like the one and only there. Like
Mm.
everyone is shy and humble.
It's true. It's
No,
true.
but not Casemiro. Casemiro is confident. Casemiro would say what he wants. Casemiro would say 30 seconds, I'll knock you out. And that's how he gained
Right. Right.
popularity.
Okay. Okay. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, but it sometimes it went overboard because the people around him, like he doesn't want to accept criticism. If people said that, I think Inoue is better than you, he's not gonna agree. I kept saying that, and that's why I get a lot of hate. And then
Mhm.
the issue about the weight, that if we say we couldn't make it, he couldn't make it. I mean, the fans and all of his loyalists would hate you. So they felt like
Right,
we're
right.
putting them down. Like even the brother, if I say, I mean, you should get rid of your brother, yeah, I still have him on the corner, but not as a coach because, I mean, he's not helping you in any way. They're gonna
Mhm.
start hating you. But
Right.
yeah, well, we can argue if he's popular or not, or if it's love or not. I would say both. But he is still popular even without a lot of mainstream support right now because he burned
Hmm.
a lot of bridges, like with the
Right.
promoters, with Sean Gibbons before,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
with a lot of media.
Yeah, before Psycho fight, Kameda's
Mm.
promotion, right? There was what was his name? Masayuki. Treasure Boxing.
Masayuki Ito also, I think Masayuki has burned a lot of money there. The
Oh
fight
yeah.
didn't go well.
Yeah, so Kameda, he's kind of got a problem on his hands because I don't know, it's a couple fights under contract, right? Casemiro's contract. He's
I
got to
heard
make up for
two or
it
three.
somehow.
Yeah.
Two or three.
How
I so
are
he's
they gonna make it? Unless they do the Neri fight, maybe people will be interested to seeing at least one bad guy lose. I
they
don't know.
have to make they have to make the Neri fight to even make this, or it's just a massive waste of time and money. I mean, Casemiro's not cheap, right? From what I heard,
Well, that's what they say. That's what
right?
they wanted to imply on social media. That they're
Oh,
popular,
okay.
meaning they're earning a lot of money.
Right, right,
I do not know about that exactly, so I don't have that data.
right. So
But
that's
yeah,
kind of their brand
mm,
too, like
yeah. Hey, you see
Casemiro's.
all the
Okay,
blings, and I mean, I don't buy it though.
right.
I
Okay,
think
that's
you're richer than
interesting.
Casemiro.
Nah, but okay, I get, I get, I now I finally understand why Casemiro is popular in the Philippines. It's true though, because most Filipinos they are very humble and quiet.
Mm,
They talk with their fists. That's kind of like their thing, right?
yeah,
But then there's
Casemiro
just
is
one
different.
cocky brash guy, right? Okay, yeah, okay. So it makes sense he's popular, but if he loses these fights, he's gonna lose that too. No.
Uh, Maybe, but the thing about Filipino fans, sometimes we're too emotional. Like when someone gets bullied, we try to be on the side of the person that's being, like, he lost. I mean, let's support the
Mm.
guy.
Ah, okay.
So something like that. So, but right now there's a lot of mixed reaction about
Mm.
Casemiro, but we can't deny that every time we talk about Casemiro, people still wants to listen. If I go outside
Mhm.
and then people would recognize me, Pow, what's the update on Casemiro?
Ah, okay,
That's the
okay.
first boxer that they asked. Before it was Manny Pacquiao.
Uh huh. Uh
Now,
huh.
what's the what? Are you okay now with Casemiro? Can you
Right.
guys
Okay.
make up? Can you guys make up? Yeah, but nonetheless, um, we already 30 minutes. I planned 30 minutes for this topic. Just a few more questions. You
Okay.
already
Sure.
answered
Shoot.
the Inoue, because I want to talk about Donaire. I think,
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah. Let's talk about Donaire. But a few more questions. You already mentioned that the Inoue Casemiro is not probably not gonna happen. Neri and Casemiro is the best fight
Hmm.
to for Casemiro next.
Yeah.
What does um picture this? Give this a good picture for the Japanese fans, because I talk to a lot of Filipino in Japan, and they keep saying that Casemiro is loved and popular in Japan.
Oh. Okay.
What is Casemiro to Japanese, and what is your expectation for Casemiro moving forward? Do you think, as generally speaking, what does he need to do? Can he still do it, and what do you want to see in Casemiro?
Oh, I mean, I hope Casemiro can make a comeback, fight Neri, beat Neri, and that's probably the best case scenario for him. So realistically, he obviously has to fight someone before he goes straight to Neri, wins that
Mm-hmm.
spectacularly by a knockout, fights Neri, makes a lot of money. And
Mm-hmm.
what happens after that, I'm not sure because he's on, towards the end of his career. The Naoya fight is not going to happen for sure. If he can perform well against Neri, which I personally don't think is realistic either, but if he could beat Neri in good fashion, he could compete at super bantamweight, which is going to be a hot division after Naoya Inoue leaves. Because there's a lot of popular fighters there too. There's Nakatani Junto. And basically anyone Inoue fought in super bantamweight has some name value, like Ahmad Aliyev, Neri, of course. There's a lot of fighters that if a strong Casimero versus any one of those is just going to be a good fight. So I hope he could make it there. Is he going to make it there is another question, but I hope he can make that there. And most Japanese fans aren't even thinking they're not even thinking about that. They think it's already done. So that's kind of where the Japanese boxing fans are at.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let me turn the gun around on you. Do you think that's possible, what I just said?
If there's a big question for Casemiro, I think it's not how good he is in boxing. It's actually my first concern is always getting into weight to the 122 pounds. The discipline is the biggest question for me. I think that's the reason why he is where he is right now. He is not that disciplined when it comes to getting weight. If you can only go to 122, so for in the Philippines, we were saying that can he beat Kameda or Neri? He needs to beat the scale first.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm not sure, but Neri also have weight problem. Maybe they're gonna make it a featherweight again, or actually, I wonder Neri has maybe that would work.
Sure.
I guess I think that's the possibility too, because if I'm the promoter, I've gotta have to readjust and assess the situation. How would I earn money right now? I mean, I don't see any future in my old fighters. Neri is a name of a fighter. Casemiro is, but how old are they? Let's just get them to fight, and let's just give the Japanese fans something to cheer or something to hate about, and so they can watch
Uh,
it.
People would have watched it. People would have paid money to watch it possibly too. They would have, even if it was pay-per-view, they might have paid it. They should have done that. Now that you mentioned, they should have done that fight from the get-go. Really.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I know there's also Casemiro is being teased as tune-up, another tune-up, another activity fight. That's why it's a really bad defeat because it was supposed to be an activity fight for Neri.
Yeah.
But I think the Neri fight is still gonna happen. Whether the next one or the next after this, because that's the only way Kameda is probably gonna get the
Yeah.
return of investment.
Uh-huh.
But it's all about the money. It's not gonna be relevant in the super bantamweight if that's what you're asking. I even doubt if
Okay.
they're
Okay.
gonna fight at the super bantamweight. So
Right.
that's what I
Okay.
think.
Sure. All right. Cool.
And I'm not sure if you're seeing the comments. So like this
Oh
guy,
no, I
Tuna King.
wasn't.
So right. So any other thing before we talk about Nonito Donaire?
No. No. I'm okay.
All right, all right. I hope you guys are happy, the Casemiro fans. But we gotta talk about Nonito Donaire. I mean, he's not done. The Filipino Flash is fighting in Japan again, December 17th. Unfortunately, I'm going back on the 16th, I think, from the Japan. I do not know.
Oh
So,
damn! It's horrible timing.
uh, so Nonito Donaire is fighting Seiya Tsutsumi for the WBA, and this I don't know if you can tell me why does Boxwick Boxwick doesn't show the WBA title on
Oh, it
Boxwick.
isn't.
Yeah,
What's
every
what's
WBA title fight, world title is not shown there. So, but this is the
oh.
WBA World Unification. You didn't know about that?
No, that's interesting. I didn't know that. What do they have against
Uh,
WBA? Too many
you
belts?
should. Well, everyone has too many belts. If you have two belts, that's fine. It's business. I understand that. We should ask Boxwick about that. Anyways, uh, Rachel. By the way, Rachel. I'll get you on the show sometime. Rachel Donaire, the wife of Nonito Donaire,
Oh yeah, cool.
also the
Hey,
trainer
yeah.
and the manager. But but the difference is, while Casemiro has his brother as the trainer and possibly the manager too, Rachel is smart.
Yes. I had the opportunity of talking to Donaire, I think, a couple of months ago. She was connected us in a way. So thank you so much, Rachel.
Mhm. So, anyway, going
Hmm.
back, the 42, 43-year-old Filipino Flash is still showing some flash, and he's gonna fight a younger guy, 29, Isaiah Chuchumi. It looks like a lot of Chuchumi right now are
Is that
good in
hard to
boxing.
say?
It's so hard. There's two other Chuchumi fighting on the Night of Samurai, which I'm gonna ask you
Yeah.
later. I wanna ask you
Hmm.
what's the relation, but how does the Japanese fan feel about Nonito Donaire coming back to Japan and facing a Japanese opponent?
Well, Nonito Donaire is loved by all Japanese boxing fans. Like you can't say
Come
anything
on,
bad
you're
about
saying
him.
that because Rachel's watching.
No,
Really?
is he's one of the he's like Pacquiao. Like you can't say anything bad about him. You know what I mean?
Mm,
But it's kind of like we like him, but we almost don't want to see this fight because we don't think it's going to end well for him. It's kind of like what most Japanese boxing fans think. Just
oh.
because, and most of us, I keep on saying us, but it's because I'll be speaking for the
It's okay.
Japanese
It's okay.
fans.
Okay.
um,
Rachel understand this because he understand journalistic. If it's we're talking, I'm sorry. It sounded like I have hate for the Casemiro. If it's the brother that you're talking about, not that's something not in their favor, they're gonna react to this. But yeah, go ahead. So Nonito is
yeah,
loved by Japanese. They don't want
Japanese
Nonito to
fans.
lose.
Don't want him to lose, but we don't want him to lose badly or get injured, or we don't want him to have like a bad fight. Basically, is what it
Mhm.
is.
Okay,
And also Tsutsumi is he kind of earned his respect by being Takuma, his younger
I know.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when like, oh shit, Tsumi's strong. And he kind of had a rough fight against Higa. I think he got knocked down once, and it was a draw actually in the end. So we think Simi's kind of like going on and on his way up, and Donaire is, age is catching up to him, and his kind
Mm-hmm.
of performance is kind of going down. So most Japanese fans, if we're going to say this really straight, don't really think Donaire is going to win,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a very big fight at the same time. So it's kind of like complicated like that. Like we want to see Donaire, it's a big fight, we're excited, but we also don't want we don't want to see Donaire lose a fight badly. It's kind of like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, is it because of the age or is it because of the defeats with the Santiago or Inoue?
Santiago as well. Also, I think a lot of us don't believe his last performance was very impressive, even though he
Mm-hmm.
won.
Mm-hmm.
There's part of that, and there's also one more thing that's not really related to his performance, and it's not Donaire's fault at all. Is that he kind of jumped in and got the I'm sorry, I only know how to say it in Japanese. The interim belt, is that what it is?
Interim belt, yeah.
Is that okay? He's jumped in and got in the interim belt. His opponent was like not even a bantamweight fighter, and he was able to just get a belt like
Oh,
that. So like
okay.
a
Right.
lot of us Japanese fans are very like you say niche in Japanese, but like they're very picky. That's probably the correct word. They're very like picky about like, hey, that's not fair.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Now I
Like if people
understand.
going
So
up like jumping
he
rankings.
went jumping on the line. Well, how he get this
Yeah,
opportunity? Something like
yeah,
that.
it's something like that. So like for multiple reasons, it's kind of like this fight. But then we like Donaire is also like the other side
Mm.
of the coin.
I understand. I mean, Pacquiao did that the last time. I mean, he went after retiring. He went to the championship
Right.
right away without going to the
Yeah, yeah,
ranking.
yeah. A lot of the Japanese people had some opinions about that too. But we all
Yeah,
love Pacquiao. That's the thing. So it's not really it's a little bit complicated, I guess, in that way.
I understand. I understand. Now, going to this fight, it was just announced a couple of days ago.
Hmm.
Donaire is the underdog.
Hmm.
How do you see this? How wide is the gap from your perspective? I'm looking at plus 174 and minus 240 as
Oh, okay.
the current odds right now. Do you agree
Oh,
with this?
I thought it would be more. I thought Donaire would go to like 3 times underdog.
Wow,
Like
that's a
I was
heavy
expecting that.
underdog.
Yeah, I thought that would happen. I mean, I think it would shift that way when it gets closer. To be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Be- It's just the well, like compared to the other bantamweight champions, I think Simi's the best matchup for Donaire. If
Yeah,
that
talk
makes
to me about
sense.
Tsutsumi. I mean, I've seen a couple of his fight, but
Hmm.
what kind of fighter is Seiya Tsutsumi?
He's an aggressive, really in your face um, fighter. So he's gonna come for you. It's what he's been showing in his past couple of fights. He's very
Mm-hmm.
tough. It's not like he has like spectacular punching power, but he has punching power, good
Mm-hmm.
power. But what's most impressive about him is I guess he just from round one to round 12, he's just nonstop. Like he doesn't get tired,
Oh.
keeps on coming towards you, kind of like a zombie. It's hard to stop him. So the physicality difference with Donaire now and Sumi now is so, there's quite a gap there, I believe, just because of obviously the age.
Mm-hmm.
So as the
So
fight goes on, I think I kind of see Donaire having a hard time with the pace.
it sounded like from the way you explained this that there will be a knockout. The way Tsutsumi, the style of Tsutsumi. Is that how
It's
you see you seeing
very
this?
God, I don't even want to think about Donaire losing by knockout. So, but the thing is, this is the thing. Like no one, even Santiago, he beat Donaire, but he wasn't able to like walk Donaire down and brawl
Mm-hmm.
with him. Right? He kind of picked
Yeah.
him, and once he saw an opportunity, he would string a couple of punches together, and but from what I remember, he was kind of just trying to outbox him
Mm-hmm.
most of the time. But that's not how Tsumi fights. So if I have to give a prediction, I don't think Tsumi is gonna go all in like he normally does, and he'll fight smart considering the fact that he off of injury. I think he injured his left eye, and that's why he
Oh, I
was
see.
champion in recess. Yeah, and then
Yeah, yeah.
the Donaire's last fight, like he's known for his left hook, but he's got a really good counter right hand, right? He's got a good swift counter right hand, a full counter right hand. Like it just one punch can change. Like if one punch hits Sumi's left eye with the right, it could change everything. So Donaire is definitely the underdog, and not a lot of people are giving him a chance. It's kind of like this, like Donaire doesn't really have a chance, but it's Donaire, so he could still win. It's kind of like what a lot of the boxing analysts are saying at the moment.
Yeah.
And most of the
Do,
casual fans aren't really giving
mhm.
him a chance.
But do you still believe at 42
Hmm.
or 43 he still have that hook power?
Yeah, definitely. He definitely has that power, and he's got great timing, but
Mm-hmm.
his speed has diminished, and obviously, all, may I say, probably all of his physical attributes have diminished. I mean, it just happens with age.
Yeah, yeah. Understand.
So is the experience and the technique enough to stop Sumi? It's kind of I think it's difficult. I think it's a difficult matchup. It's a tough fight, but again, it's kind of like this. You can't count Donaire out. So I'm just the
Yes,
same
yes.
as those every fan. So that's kind of what it is. But it's regardless. It's going to be a good fight. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm sure it's gonna be a good fight. We're
Hmm.
obviously I'm Filipino. I'm rooting for Nonito. Nonito is
Of course.
my friend. I do believe that he's the underdog as well on this fight. I kind of agree
Hmm.
with
Hmm.
this one. I think Nonito, just to give you an update, he's currently in the Philippines right now in Cebu.
Oh, okay.
At the Omega Boxing Gym. He's doing
Oh.
his training there.
Mhm.
Um, Curious, how big is this fight in Japan? I mean, there's just a Naoya Inoue announced, but how big is this? Is this big for Japan or what?
Um, it's the boxing fans are happy, but it's not like mainstream popular, if that makes sense. It's not
Mm.
now. Yeah, you know it. Or are you aware of Tenshin? He's gonna fight
Tenshin
Takuma.
Asukawa. Yes,
Tenshin is
yes.
like the number two draw in Japan in boxing,
Ah, the guy
as
that
far as
cried
against
against Floyd Mayweather.
Mayweather. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
he was popular from his kickboxing days because
Yes.
he was I think 42 and 0 undefeated. That's where he got his
Mm-hmm.
popularity from. And then he went to boxing and he kind of carried his fans there. So Tenshin Takuma is a massive fight. Inoue Picasso is just because Inoue is popular,
Mm-hmm.
and Nagatani has popularity because he's tied to Inoue. But
Oh.
as far as mainstream, but boxing fans obviously are into Nakatani and Donaire Tsutsumi. But it's big, but it's not super big, if that makes sense.
Okay, I understand.
I wish I could find a good example, but like Neri Casimero would be big, but it's not like super duper big. like Inoue Afadaliev, it's not like that. It's not like an Inoue fight. It's not like a Tenshin fight,
Yeah.
but it's
Well, Inoue is
much
an
more
exception because whoever Inoue fight, it's always gonna be big because of Naoya Inoue.
just
So it's
because of
different.
Naoya Inoue.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. So it's I think as the fight right at the moment we kind of heard rumors about the fight being announced before. So at the moment it's
Mm.
announced. It's not like it's not very big on SNS. But as the fight gets
Mm-hmm.
closer and they promote, if they can promote it right, I think there'll be a lot of
Mm-hmm.
hype around it. Tsumi is popular as well, and Donaire's got name and he's loved. So as the fight gets closer, I think a lot of boxing fans will get more hype for it. But
Yeah, yeah.
it's. I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn. But yeah, that's kind of what it is. sorry,
It's
sorry.
okay.
Lost
It's
my train
okay.
of thought.
So at least, well, I now I know Nonito Donaire is loved in Japan. Confirmed. Although I've heard about this. I mean, he's really, he has good relationship with Japanese fans.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Now, a few more question about this, and I just wanted to, because you already gave your prediction. How do you see Tsutsumi or Nonito Donaire when they win? I mean, from your perspective, the 43-year-old, do you still see him like going up other champions? And say Tsutsumi, how do you rate him as the in the bantamweight? Is he one of the top two or five or four? I mean, for the four
Mm,
champions.
four champions. So right now there's Tenshin Takuma. The winner is going to be a champion, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then there's Sumi, and then there's one open that I'm not sure who's going to fight for that.
Mm-hmm.
That Nakatani dropped too, so I'm not sure who's going to go in there. But then who was the Mexican that beat Take Yoshiki? I'm sorry, I
Vargas.
forgot his name. Was his name
Medina.
Vargas? Medina, that's right. So I think Medina is the toughest actually in
Uh-huh.
that bunch. And then I think Tenshin is going to beat Takuma.
Okay.
So
Do you see
Tenshin,
do you
well,
see them
obviously,
fighting these guys? Because mostly Japanese fighters right now. I hate to admit this, but you guys are since Naoya Inoue. It seems like every Japanese fans are winning. You're following Naoya Inoue. Like you're all the champions in the lower division. Go ahead.
so you will these champions fight each other? Is that was that the question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll do it. They'll do it for sure. I think, yeah, I think it'll happen. So if Donaire gets a title here, we could see Donaire versus Tenshin possibly. That would be a massive fight, by the way.
Yeah,
That would be
yeah. I think so.
way bigger than Tsutsumi Donaire, especially if Donaire could beat Tsutsumi. Because the reason why this fight isn't as big as it should be is because no one we're kind of counting Donaire out is the problem.
Okay.
So if
So there's
Donaire
gonna
can
be a
flip,
big upset if ever.
there'll be a massive upset. It'll be a massive upset. So just me by me saying that, I guess a lot of people don't really give Donaire a shot in this. But
Mm-hmm.
if Donaire can beat Sumi, then he kind of flipped the script, and Donaire's here, and he could still beat these top guys, these top young guys. Him
Mm-hmm.
beating Sumi and fighting Tenshin will be massive. That'd
Yeah.
be a massive fight, especially if Tenshin can beat Takuma.
Yeah. Would
But
you
even if
rather?
Takuma wins, Takuma versus Donaire is a great. It's got a great storyline as well.
Yeah. Would you rather
And
see the
yeah, mhm.
Tenshin fight or the Takuma fight for Donaire?
For Donaire, I would like the Takuma fight because I think Tenshin's a horrible matchup for him.
Okay.
I would prefer that way more. But I'm a big Tenshin fan too. So, but yeah, Donaire. I mean, I liked him since his uh when he was a lot when he was younger. I guess I just couldn't think of a better way to
Yeah.
say it.
Well,
But when he was
everyone loves him. I mean,
in his peak days, his knockouts were insane, right? And
Yeah,
then
the
I mean,
chain
I also
gang,
had
the Arce.
yeah,
Wow.
I also
Yeah.
had the he had, I also had the opportunity of talking to him a couple of times on my channel. So I'm rooting for Donaire, even though I like Tsumi as well. I'm Japanese, but I still want Donaire to win in this fight. It'll be great. I mean, it'll be crazy. It's not. I mean, it'd be for me personally. It's a massive upset. Like I wasn't there for Foreman and more, but like it's kind of like one of those, right?
Okay. All right. So I
And so
guess
wait. Can
go
I ask
ahead.
you one thing? In the
Sure, you can ask me
Philippines,
anything. Yeah.
in the Philippines, what's this Donaire and Tsumi fight looking like? Like, is everyone giving Donaire a chance in this?
Obviously, yes.
Okay.
Nonito Donaire, it's kind of like second to Pacquiao, if you ask me.
Hmm.
So he's really popular. I mean, a lot
Hmm.
of people also love him here because he won and he's younger than Manny. We believe that he can also do it. It's kind of like they're the exception to the rule of getting old. And
Right.
from what I know, I mean, he takes care of his body, so he trains well. He
Hmm.
doesn't
Hmm.
go party like the
Hmm.
other guy. so
Uh-huh.
so uh, I would say most of the fans would see this as a
Right.
50-50 fight. In fact,
What?
I don't see Tsutsumi having those experience, although he has
Hmm. Hmm.
beaten Takuma Inoue and the Daigo Higa, which are
Hmm.
tough opponents. But we felt like the experience of Donito Donaire would carry him.
Right.
But
Even the
obviously,
boxing experts think that.
well, it, since it was just announced,
Uh-huh.
I would admit that the Filipino media need to catch up.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah, so the boxing experts in the Philippines haven't really talked to a lot of guys yet. So obviously, some of them
Hmm.
would say he's the underdog, and I do believe if you look at it on paper, because the other one is going up, the other one might be going down, but I see this as a kind of 50-50. The experience really is a big deal for me
Hmm.
here. Um, but yeah, I'm also kind of concerned because uh, he's called the Filipino Flash, and
Hmm.
he's watching, but the speed isn't the same as obviously
Hmm.
when he was
Hmm.
prime. So
Hmm.
he's gonna need to use a lot of experience and timing on this fight.
Right.
But yeah, when I posted about the fight and posted a photo of him, a lot of shares, a lot of comments, some good, some bad, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, well, it is what it is right now on SNS. but
I mean, the
so
biggest knock is just his age, right? Is that's the thing that concerns everyone.
obviously, yes,
Mhm.
it's mostly the age. Because
What do you think
42,
about
you're
his
not
last
supposed.
performance, though?
Yeah, I felt the same way, but I mean, the Nair is a name a fighter, so which means we've seen this with Pacquiao, we've seen this with a lot of fighters. They get kind of like well, it is unwritten, but some exemption to to like okay, you fight and I mean, they have very good negotiation skills. So the last fight, I felt that the last fight, yes, the opponent wasn't that on that level,
Hmm.
but I don't think it was his fault. I think there was a schedule. If I'm not mistaken, Rachel's watching. I think you were supposed to. They were supposed to be scheduled with another fighter.
Hmm.
We were
Yeah.
called 3 weeks. Yeah, and there you go. They were called 3 weeks before the Argentina fight, so
Hmm.
they didn't even have a lot of preparation
Hmm. Hmm.
on that fight. So
Right.
with this fight, I think preparation is always the key. And again, the experience of the Nonito Donaire, you cannot count that out.
That's right.
Although
That's
of
right. I
course
forgot about
I'm
that. Yeah.
concerned because he was knocked out by Inoue, and the style of Tsutsumi is very aggressive. So
Uh-huh.
you're gonna take that
Ah,
away. But I see
but
this 50-50.
Simi's not, but so that's interesting. So at least we could expect a much better Donaire than his last fight. I mean, I think there was also 2 years off since his last fight, right? He had 2 years off, and then
Um,
he had his last fight, and then he's coming into this one with Simi. So the layoff probably what didn't help his short performance. I mean, short notice either.
the off he fought contest June 2025.
Yeah, I mean before
I
that.
mean, before that, yeah. I mean,
Before that was
it's
Santiago, right?
yeah. Well, he lost, so from my understanding, he
Yeah.
tries to recover. Like
Right.
it's good to rest the
Okay.
body after
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
years of battle. So it's
Mhm,
good
mhm, mhm.
recovery for him. So at least he got one fight before that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
I
before
guess.
the Tsutsumi fight,
Mhm, mhm,
but
mhm.
yeah, it's gonna be a difficult fight. I mean, what I do not want to see is Nonito Donaire getting hit because the last time we saw that it's especially against Naoya Inoue.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
but he's a
Yes.
fighter. Nonito
Yeah.
Donaire
People
sometimes
are all
instinct.
concerned about his well-being and health, but
Mm-hmm.
um, I think his manager is kind of knows more than all of us and knows better than all of us as well. So
Obviously,
I think
but
I mean if it was a it's going too far, I'm sure Rachel will pull the brakes, right? Like she
yeah.
knows him better than all of us. So I kind of hear all those things as well, and then I had the same thoughts, but then like, well, what do we know?
Well, actually, Rachel and Nonito, they're fighters. I think
Mhm.
the mentality, I mean, they're gonna fight. I mean, the last time they fought until the very end, and I just know. I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad,
Mhm,
but I think
mhm.
they're gonna give it all. So that's why this is pretty interesting, and it's gonna be really big. But yeah, I see this 50-50, honestly,
Okay, okay, that's
from
cool.
what I see.
That's
Obviously,
good. I
being
do want to
I'm a
hear
little
more people.
being a little bit biased.
Okay, okay.
So,
You didn't have to say that. But I do hope a lot of people come out and say Donaire is going to win. It would just make it much more of an entertaining fight, wouldn't it?
yeah, well, obviously Japanese is gonna say that the Philippines, some would still doubt, but yes, I think he still had a lot of believers in the Philippines that feel that he can win this fight.
Hmm,
Again, the
hmm.
experience of Donaire, I think the boxing skill is still a lot more than Seiya.
Hmm,
So
hmm. For sure. Yeah, he'll have to win on experience and just fighting smart, right? Like,
yeah, that's the thing. Although again, they should know this more than us. I just feel like Donito might have to change a little bit his strategy because the last time I was during the fight with Noe Inoue when he got caught, I
mhm.
was shouting, "Nonito, just hug him." He was really timing for a counter punch, as you can see there, right? He was just standing and just waiting to, but he couldn't pull the trigger. He couldn't time it, and that's why he got
Mhm.
caught. He was backing up. I was shouting on my couch, "Just hug him, just hug him." So, but
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
it'll be interesting because he's even his last fight he was like fighting in southpaw a little bit. He's trying new things. I I do want to see what kind of Donaire comes into this semi fight. I do have a curiosity to see that, but
yeah. Well, let me tell you this: Manu is 46 and he defeated a 29-year-old. Nonito Donaire is just 42. Chichu
wait,
is 29. Not defeated. I
Pacquiao
mean,
and
at least went to a draw.
right, it was a draw, right? That's
Well, that should be a win. That should be a win.
a lot of people thought
If we
that,
come on,
right?
that should be a
A lot
win.
of people thought so. It's sure. Nothing is impossible, right? Like I didn't think Pacquiao could beat Barrios. I mean, he didn't beat him, but I didn't think it would even be competitive. So
See. I mean,
I was wrong
we
before.
felt it's a win.
I hope I'm
But
wrong again. Yeah.
it's fun to be wrong. You get a lot of
Yes.
interaction if you're wrong. Well, of course, we are here to talk about this. It's not always correct when our prediction isn't always
Mhm.
going our way, but I mean, we have our own like biases and opinion about things. I just feel like experience will be a big factor in this one. I just
Mhm.
hope that Nunita Nari fights a little bit more technical. I mean, I think he mentioned this on the last interview. When you're a fighter, you're fighting.
Yeah.
And I think he needs to be a technical fighter. I mean, everyone has to evolve somehow. I think this will be the time, especially against say Tsutsumi. So
Yeah, I
next
believe
time,
I believe that's possible. I believe he's gonna um,
like what
definitely come with a good game plan. Yeah.
Kameda did to Casimero.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more, but
Maybe a little bit more.
yeah.
The counter punch.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna come with a solid game plan, and he's gonna do his best to stick with it. But my thing is like, is that gonna be enough? That's where I'm kind of stuck at.
Hmm. Anyway, so that's it. So we're waiting
Yeah.
for the Donaire, and we shall
Hmm.
see. My prediction is Donaire wins this by because you gave your prediction knockout for Tsutsumi, right? Or
I'm
win.
gonna go I'm gonna go decision.
Yeah, I think
Decision Suzumi.
yeah. So I believe and this is not against the Japanese, but every time a Filipino fights abroad,
Hmm.
I always believe that the knockout is necessary. So I think Tsutsumi gets caught in a counter punch.
Oh, okay. That'd be crazy. That'd be very, very.
Because Tsutsumi is a volume puncher, so
There's definitely
with
opportunity.
yeah, so volume puncher, and it might not go the favor of Nonito Donaire, especially at his age. So maybe a good counter knockout would end the fight in favor of the Filipino Flash.
Yeah, yeah. Just so we're clear, I am rooting for Donaire though. My prediction is separate from my rooting for who I
You
want
don't
to
have to
win.
explain to me. I mean, I
I always
understand.
do that. Yeah.
I do that as well. You know, some of the fans doesn't understand when I go against the Filipino. I said, okay, the Filipino is the underdog. I don't see this. And then the fans are gonna get upset because why are you not choosing the Filipino to win? I mean, that's but nonetheless, it is what it is. What my
Yeah.
question to you is, and it's been an hour. I just want to touch a
Okay.
little bit on the Night of the Samurai. What's the
Mhm.
relationship of Seiya Tsutsumi to the other Tsutsumi that's fighting on that card of the Night of Samurai with the Noe?
Oh man, nothing except for the fact that there's too many Tsumis. I'm confused. There's so many Tsumis.
They're not related at all, like the
No,
Inuos.
no, they're not related.
Oh.
Tsumi Seiya is not related to either of them.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's
But
I guess
the
that's
two
gets
Tsutsumi that's
complicated. Yeah.
fighting there, are they related to each other?
I believe they're brothers. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
or one
That's
of them
just
has
why.
another brother. Even I'm confused. One of them has a younger brother
Okay.
that boxes too.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of Tsumis. That's what I meant.
Okay. But they're rather good. I mean, they're on the card.
Yeah.
Talk to
Mhm.
me about, and we already know that that's big. Talk to me about that one that has just been announced earlier today. What's up with that?
Well,
With the Japanese fans. Mm-hmm.
obviously it's a big fight. The fight card was announced before this press conference, so it's not such a big deal because we all kind of knew who was fighting.
Mm.
But yeah,
Okay.
obviously we're looking. This is kind of like Nakatani's super bantamweight debut. He's got a tough.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he is a Mexican, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Undefeated. I think
Undefeated.
20-0,
Mm.
right?
Yep.
He's got a tough guy, but he's gonna have to beat him, and not only beat him, he has to beat him in spectacular fashion. It's kind of what we're expecting of him. And then now, yeah, obviously takes care of Alan Picasso, and then they face off. They both win. They face off, and then they fight
Yeah.
in May. It's kind of what
This is
the
happening
storyline is.
in Saudi Arabia. This is the
Yes,
first time Naoya is fighting there. I mean, a lot of
yes.
criticism from some Philippine fan that Naoya doesn't want to go outside of
Hmm.
Japan.
Hmm.
Why is that, from your perspective?
Because there was really no reason to until Rihad season. You didn't have to,
Money,
right?
because you can earn the money in Japan. You don't have to go to
Everyone
the States.
I mean,
Is that what it is?
he's the king in his division, so everyone comes to him. It's kind of how boxing
Uh,
goes, from what I understand. There's no reason
correct.
to. Why would you?
Mm.
But now there is, so that's great. I mean, he fought in the States, Cardenas, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got knocked down, showed a good fight. But I do believe there's a thing to where he does perform not so well when he goes overseas, especially the States.
Mm-hmm.
I I mean, I said that and I got a lot of hate for it, but I do believe there's a thing there. I mean, he beat Das Marinas, but I mean, right, Das Marinas is not on the level of Naoya Inoue.
Mm-hmm.
A while before that, he fought another American, I believe, in Las Vegas. And he beat him by TKO, but it still wasn't his best performance. He also fought Maloney,
Mm-hmm.
and he won by spectacular KO. But it's not like the monster Naoya Inoue, if that makes it's not hit. It's not his performances against Fulton or Donaire the second time, or Ahmad Ali if this time either. So I believe there's some truth to it, but I don't really mind him fighting in Japan because it's I can watch his fights at a normal time. It's not like
Yeah, yeah.
every
Makes
day.
a lot of sense. And the biggest thing for us, I mean, Filipinos, unfortunately, we all the fight fans here in Philippines, we all complain.
Mhm,
Why do our champion always have to go outside
mhm,
the
mhm.
Philippines? I would assume that in Japan you don't have to because the fans do support the fight. They buy the pay-per-views. They go to the arena. They spend money. Is that the case? Because in the Philippines, not the case.
At the lighter weight classes, yes, but if the fighters that are kind of coming up, they want the championship belt. They do want to fight in the States. They want to fight in Las Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
especially like the not not middleweights, but like let's say lightweight, super lightweight. The going to Vegas and fighting it's a pretty big deal, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
fighters want to do that, and they have to because it's like I think not all of them actually, but recently it's been changing because Devin Haney's fighting Norman, right? Norman came to
Norman, yeah.
Japan to fight Sasaki Jin, so
Yes.
I mean that's pretty crazy. You can call the champions over now. I guess because of Naoya Inoue, there's a lot more pulling power for Japan to
Yeah.
even call these welterweights or the heavier weight classes. They come to Japan, so yeah, I think all in all, boxing changed fast and quite a bit because of Naoya Inoue.
Yeah. Japan has become the mecca of boxing in Asia. Like everyone
Hmm.
goes there. Big fights happen there.
Hmm.
So you don't really have to go out. Um, Now everyone knows, and you kind of said this earlier, that this fight,
Hmm.
the Night of Samurai, is basically just the preparation for the Nakatani and Inoue fight.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna ask you about your prediction. I think we both, you and I, would agree that Nakatani and Inoue are expected to win those fights
Hmm.
and fight each other.
Yes.
Philippines, we don't really want that to happen. But the Japanese fans, are they really into this? The having one of the best boxer against the hero, isn't that
Oh,
something that you want to avoid? How does it feel for Japanese
I don't
fans?
know. We're all looking forward to it. Really,
Wow.
the people in the Philippines don't want to watch that?
There, because there's limited champion, like they would rather see them against other countries, so they
Right,
get more
right.
opportunities. Because if you fight,
Okay.
on the other hand, just on the business side, Filipino and Filipino fighting together doesn't make a lot of money.
Oh, really? Okay, okay. That makes sense. In Japan, it's kind of the
Like,
opposite.
well, the economy is different also in Japan and the Philippines. I'm
Uh-huh.
sure you're,
Right,
you
right,
know that.
right. Okay. No, but like Japan versus the world is kind of a theme, a popular theme.
Hmm.
But what's more popular than that is Japanese versus Japanese. It's very
Wow,
different. Yeah,
I've been
for
talking
real.
about that. Like but our example is Mexican versus Mexican fighting each other.
Oh,
But the
but I guess
Philippines,
Mexico versus Mexico doesn't sell. Doesn't it do a little bit? Not so much, I guess.
well, we got used to it because in the past we saw a lot of Filipino versus Mexican battles, and we're
Mm.
hearing this. Um, right now, the ratio of Philippines going to Japan and
Hmm.
losing, maybe 80% of the Filipino going to Japan is losing. So
Yeah,
that's
I
why,
mean,
me as a fan, as a creator analyst for boxing, I would rather see the Philippines fight each other here and really before they
mhm,
go out. But
mhm,
business
mhm.
sense, it doesn't make sense. I would rather lose to Japan and earn money than lose here
Yeah,
and earn 90% lower than what I'm getting in Japan or other countries.
yeah, it makes sense. That's true. It's obviously a little bit unfair because I mean, in that case, Japan is the Japanese boxers the A side, and they have the luxury of picking their opponents, right? So
That is
obviously
what it is.
the
Mm-hmm.
percentage of Filipino boxers winning is going to be lesser. It's just it's just the
Mm-hmm.
business it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Japanese versus Japanese
Yeah,
is
Inoue.
very
Yeah.
very popular in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because in most things Japan we only speak most Japanese only speak Japanese, which means you're very isolated from the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know all these boxers in the States because they just don't come out on our feed. We're not into it. We don't know their language. We don't know their character. So a Japanese boxer fighting an American, or let's say someone that's not Japanese, non-Japanese, it's just a strong foreigner versus our hero is kind of the theme. But
Mm-hmm.
when it's Japanese versus Japanese, we know what both these fighters are. We know their characters. We know their likes, dislikes, their hobbies. We can read all that information on the news. So we have
Mm-hmm.
this character versus this character, and they're the both in this case Naoya versus Nakatani. They're both the
Isn't this
toughest
hero
versus the
versus
toughest.
hero? Is not good. I mean, is it still
It's
okay?
not
It
like
feels like
hero
here.
versus hero, but it's a clean competition. But we know both of them, if that makes sense. We kind of
Okay.
understand, we kind of humanized ourselves to them. But when it's a foreigner fighter, we don't know their story. It's as much because the language is just different. So we
Mm-hmm.
can't get
Mm-hmm.
like emotionally invested, I guess is the word,
Yeah.
in that foreigner side. So we just root for the Japanese. But when it's Japanese versus Japanese, it kind of splits. So
Nice, nice.
it's much more sellable in a way. So like Nagatani versus Nishida happened, I think, for the two super bantamweight. Oh no, sorry, bantamweight belts. That was a popular fight too because it's Japanese versus Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
and even like bantamweight, let's say there's like Tsutsumi versus Medina, let's say a foreigner Mexican versus a Japanese. But what
Mm-hmm.
would be more popular than that is Tenshin or oh yeah, let's say Tenshin versus Tsumi. Like
Tenchin.
A Japanese versus Japanese sells more. I mean, depends on the case by case, but in
Yeah.
general, Japanese versus Japanese sells the most in Japan.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Now
very
I
interesting
understand.
because
But
there's
because
no.
I'm seeing Naoya Inoue was this build up. Even though I'm from the Philippines,
Mhm,
there's a lot of event that Inoue has called out uh, Nakatani.
mhm.
Like, okay, we're gonna fight. Okay, we're gonna. I mean, it's a very respectful challenge, but I've seen that plenty of time. The Japanese people is okay with that. I mean, because it does
It's
he doesn't sound like the Kameda, like.
and it's yeah, yeah. It's the most popular. It's not even announced, not even decided, but it's kind of like what we're looking forward to the most: Nakatani versus Inoue.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a
Is
big fight, even though it's
is it
not
the
even
biggest for
official.
Japanese?
It's the biggest, and the second biggest is Tenshin versus Takuma at the moment.
Takuma.
That's a massive fight too. But originally, the plan was Takei versus Tenshin. They had this rivalry story thing that just went down the toilet because Takei lost.
Yeah.
So you don't know what if Nakatani might lose. You just don't know. That'd be disastrous for Japanese boxing, though.
Am I right to assume that Inoue Nakatani fight Inoue is the heavy favorite or
After
slightly favorite?
after his performance against Ahmad Aliyev, almost no one is giving Nakatani a shot.
Oh.
After the Ahmad Aliyev fight, it's kind of like, how are you going to beat him? He's too fast, and if he fights like the way he did against Ahmad Aliyev,
Yeah, it dance
he
around.
could do that. He could do that. He can just outbox you, but he can also come and get you, and he can decide when to do it. What's Nakatani going to do? It's kind of where we're at now, but we haven't seen Nakatani Junto as super bantamweight, so let's look at him as super bantamweight, and then let's reconsider. It's kind of what it is, but I don't think it's going to change that much, no matter how spectacularly Nakatani beats his next opponent. It's
Mm.
yeah, not people. Many people are giving him a shot, Nakatani, but if anyone's going to beat Inoue at super bantamweight, it's Nakatani. That's the only fight for him at super bantamweight that's left. So
Okay.
that's kind of what it is, and that's the you know It's gonna be a big fight though. Even if
Yeah.
a lot of us think Nakatani can't beat Inoue.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, moves up if he wins, right? Or whatever
Um,
happened, he moves up because he has for us he has no business because he beats everyone already at super bantamweight.
he's got no opponents left. That's the problem, right?
Yes,
Yeah, that's a big problem.
he cannot continue to just to defend. Although I do not know
Well,
if it's
there's another Japanese boxer called Nishida who was champion at bantamweight. He lost to oh no, did he lose? Did it end up being a loss? Yeah, I think it ended up being a loss. He fought Nakatani. It ended
he
in
lost.
DQ, right? Yeah, so it's a loss.
Yeah,
But he's going up to super bantamweight too, so that could be a popular fight at super bantamweight against Inoue. But obviously, everyone's gonna just all the fans are gonna say we want to see Inoue at featherweight
yeah,
after he
yeah.
beats Nakatani. But whether he
Everyone
does or
is.
not, we don't know.
Everyone is because I mean he's being compared already to Manny Pacquiao, and everyone is kind of wondering, okay, when is he gonna move up, and then move up again and move up again, and how many division can he conquer? Is he gonna do that, or because I think he's kind of like he's not thinking about really moving up too high, from the interviews that I saw.
Well, yeah, he's gonna go to featherweight for sure. It's I think that's a matter of time, but I
Okay,
don't know when. But I don't know. And super featherweight, he might be pushing it, but no, we'll have to
okay,
see what he does. I don't know. He said he's gonna retire at like 33 or 34, I believe, but it looks like that's not gonna happen either. He's gonna keep on boxing. Uh,
it's hard to retire when you're winning every time, and when there's a lot of money involved as well.
oh
So,
yeah,
but yeah,
yeah. He's doing very well, so why would you retire, right?
yeah, correct. Anyway, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Sorry, it has to
Oh
extend this
damn.
way. Any, yeah, yeah. Any last questions or anything else that you would like to say or share or ask me?
No, no, I'm okay. Except, thanks for having me, and I'd love to come on again sometime soon.
Yeah, just send a message to me, and if you also need me on your podcast or anyone in Japan that wants
Okay,
to know about
cool. Thank
Filipinos,
you.
you can refer me. But yeah, thank you very much, Shin.
Sure. No, thank you. I had a great time.
Yeah, let's go ahead and promote your channel again to
Oh
the
yeah,
fans.
yeah. So I have a English boxing channel that I just started.
Mhm.
It's called Fight Breakdown with Arrows. I think the link is down below. If you're a boxing fan, please check it out. It's breakdown fights, breakdown techniques. It's very easy to understand, and it's got entertainment value as well. If you got time, please check it out.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, again, it's very nice. The editing is very good. Thank you, Shin.
All right, no, thank you. Thank you.
All right,
See you again
I'm
soon.
gonna end. I'm gonna end the recording right now. Let's just talk a little quit off air, okay? So I could
Okay,
say
cool.
one more thing. All right. Thank you guys. Please share, like, and comment if you like our discussions, and I'll see you again next time. Don't want to get to. Konbawa.